Evaluation question 1. In what ways does your media product use, develop or challenge forms and conventions of real media products? For the beginning of our trailer, in ways you can see, we challenge the forms and conventions of a real media product teaser trailer. As a group and class, after watching several trailers, I noticed that most contain a green screen like the one below at the beginning of their trailers, for example in Gone Girl and Brick. We did not use these as they are used for American films and major films. This shows that for our film, we did not need one, as we have created British independent film showing how using a green slide would not be suitable for our teaser trailer specifically. As you can see, our film distribution company Ident was created from taking inspiration from other Idents and linking all these together to create our own. Our Ident conforms to stereotypical real media text Idents we have looked at. As you can see, many Idents we looked at are black and white, and we thought these colours would also give good connotations about our film. Many Idents, like Lionsgate, also have a moving background, which inspired us to have the buffering effect in the background of ours, along with the noise to go with this. Here is our Ident. Most trailers begin with an establishing shot. The two trailers I looked at was Brick and Gone Girl. As you can see, we have started our film with an establishing long shot of the main character looking out to the lake. We wanted to follow the ideas of Brick and Gone Girl, but were unable to do so as of the times of the filming, so we could not film at night. We were also unable to include a lot of people in our scene, so instead we used the shot we did to establish the main character and just from the first shot, give the audience connotation that she is searching for something. We used a voiceover like most teaser trailers to give the audience more of an insight into the storyline because otherwise the shots would not make enough sense to the potential consumers. Other trailers we looked at, such as Brick, used a voiceover starting at the beginning item, which is the same for ours. We challenged the conventions in our teaser trailer as we did not include titles throughout, but felt that we did not need them as the non-diegetic voiceover explained the film well enough for the audience to understand. Many teaser trailers include titles such as "From the Director of." We did not feel the need to include this in our teaser trailer as we are an independent film and a high majority would not have seen the other films by the company, so a title like this would not grab a bigger audience to watch our film. Here are some of them included in other films. In our trailer we did include titles at the end of our trailer to show when the film was going to be coming out for the consumer to watch. By including this, we show we have followed the forms and conventions of real media products, as this is included in many trailers I have looked at when researching, for example, Gone Girl and Brick. For ours we used a white font and a black background, as we wanted to keep the font basic and easy for the audience to read the information. We also think these colours connote the genre of our film, such as black representing sadness and white has connotations of innocence, which are the main aspects of the character Charlotte in our film. Our trailer then goes into a point of view shot so you can see the girl playing with her boyfriend. From the non-diegetic voiceover at this point, the audience can tell this shot is of the girl remembering past times with her boyfriend. This was hard to edit as we had to find a way to present sequences with sequences in the past, as we wanted to show it was Charlotte remembering so it wasn't in the present. The editing is slightly blurred here as we thought this would show more that this is in the past and would allow the audience to concentrate on the information in the voiceover. Here is a point of view shot using Gone Girl with the soundtrack saying, "The face I can't forget." This shows how similar to Gone Girl we wanted the voiceover and shot to link to show the audience of what was happening. Later on in the trailer we have an over-the-shoulder shot of Charlotte looking out to the grass, where earlier we included a point of view shot of her remembering times with her boyfriend, showing we are following conventions of real media products. We would like to have included visual prophetic fallacy in this shot, such as rain, to show Charlotte's emotions, but we were unable to do so because of the weather on the day of filming and the times of filming. Throughout the trailer, Charlotte is in the colour black. We chose her costume this way as the colour black has connotations of death and mystery, which is a part of the main genre of our film, showing the audience more about the film just from what she is wearing. From Gone Girl, we also got the idea for this close-up shot. In Gone Girl, they shine a light on a picture to enhance the lighting against the dark background of the shot. This close-up shot enhances the aspects of the missing genre in our trailer, and it also shows how we follow the forms and conventions of real media products as we took inspiration and ideas from other professional trailers. In our trailer we also challenged the forms and conventions of real media products through the main character Charlotte. We looked at the films Gone Girl and Brick, and in both of these the male is the main character and trying to find the right of the situation they are in. We challenged this and Vladimir Prop's theory of identifying key figures and functions and roles within narrative stories. We challenged this as Charlotte is the main character of our film and she is the one trying to find out the right in the situation. Also in our film, the male is murdered, and in today's society and Vladimir Prop's theory, men are seen as the stronger ones and the heroes, whereas in our film, we challenge this as the female character Charlotte takes on this role. Our trailer also follows the forms and conventions of real media products shown from this shot here. This close-up of Charlotte looking over the shoulder shows us she is being followed. This follows the forms and conventions of Vladimir Prop's theory of the woman as the vulnerable character. The rule of thirds is also shown well in this shot. Through Charlotte being in the middle of the shot, we have followed the rule of thirds, and the viewers will be drawn into the mise-en-scène of the shock on her face. The use of a fisheye also makes the tunnel look like there is no end, given the connotation that Charlotte will never escape from the pain she is going through and the searching for her boyfriend. In our trailer, we also wanted to portray the aspects of horror. To do this, we used the handheld camera effect, which is used typically in horrors. We used it in the shot below to show the aspects of main character Charlotte being followed, and the handheld camera effect gives the stalking aspects of the trailer a more dangerous horror feel. We took inspiration of this shot sequence from the trailer Blair Witch Project. This shot sequence would have been better if we had lower key lighting of the shot. In this sequence, we followed the forms and conventions of real media products. We included a time-lapse here to show how life is moving around Charlotte, but she is ignoring this as she does not feel like she can relive her life because she needs closure to find the murder of her boyfriend. We got the idea of a time-lapse from the series Breaking Bad. In Breaking Bad, there is a time-lapse of the settings. In ours, we used a time-lapse including the main characters. We thought this transition of shots would then have more significant meaning to the audience. In our trailer, we also wanted to include a time-lapse of the setting, but we were unable to do this as we were filming in the college day, so it would not have been a very successful time-lapse. The use of this high-angle time-lapse in our trailer will show the audience how vulnerable and powerless Charlotte is from this traumatic experience she is going through. We followed the forms and conventions of real media products through one of the last shots in our trailer. For one of our last shots, we did an over-the-shoulder shot of Charlotte looking into the distance. We thought this shot was successful as it has connotations that Charlotte will never find closure, as she is always looking into the distance, as if she would never stop looking for the murderer. Even once she has found him, the pain will never stop. Over-the-shoulder shots were used in films we looked at, such as Gone Girl. This shot was used for a different reason, as two characters were having a conversation, showing how the over-the-shoulder shots are useful when there is a conversation. They are useful as they are able to show the mise-en-scène of people's faces, emotions, in the conversation. Also in our shot, we did not show her face, just the back of her. This shows in ways we did not follow the forms and conventions of real media products, as we used an over-the-shoulder shot for different reasons as what they have in other films we have researched.